Hey folks, how you doing? Let me turn that off. Papa Joe here. I've got about 10 minutes here. I stopped to grab me a quick bite to eat. And, well, breakfast before they quit serving breakfast. And driving over here, I ain't drove that far this morning. Or that long. I got to think about that video I made yesterday. Met an individual yesterday that works there in Phoenix, and he's doing something I'm thinking about trying to do. So I felt him out a little bit, which I'm on the right track. And found out I am qualified and all that good stuff. That's cool. And got his perspective on drivers, and it surprised me. The turnover rate. And the turnover rate is simply because there's other truck drivers that have tried to do this, and it wasn't quite what they thought. And they quit and went back on the road. I'm like, wow, really? So we actually met a couple times yesterday, and the conversations were very helpful. He said he was going to come on and check out my video, so thank you, brother. I don't remember your name. And I don't want to say a whole lot about it. I don't want to jinx myself or let the cat out of the bag. So I'm going to leave it alone at that. So, don't say nothing in the comments, please. But anyhow, me telling him about what I'm doing here, and he's like, I'm going to let my wife know, and me and her going to check this out, blah, blah, blah. Well, it got me to thinking about the last video I'd made, or one of the last videos I'd made. One I made yesterday. How many did I make yesterday? I don't remember. And there was a couple comments on a couple of them food videos I'd put up. I just want to remind y'all, now, you know, we're going into winter. Some places it's already winter. So you got to think about that as well when you're doing your food for your truck. I didn't elaborate on it because it's something I don't really think about that often. It's a given. You do have a lot of stuff that is going to freeze. You have to plan. That's like, dadgummit. Hold on. Alrighty, here we go again. I don't remember where exactly I was at, where I was going with it, but the thing is my truck froze up on me up in Canada a few years back. I've told the story on here, so y'all know a little bit about it. Some of you do. And those are the type of situations that you need to be prepared for. You're getting ready for the winter is more than just food. You know, you need some salt, rock salt in your truck somewhere. You need some kitty litter in your truck somewhere. You need some alcohol in your truck, and not the drinking kind, the rubbing kind. You need some extra shoes and gloves, boots that are pretty well waterproof, extra socks. You want to always keep your feet dry, so if you've had to get out and they're wet, put on dry socks when you get back on, preferably dry shoes when you get back in. Go by some of the sporting good places, Walmart's, Dickies, Bass Pro, whoever. They have them little break snap heater things that you can get. You know, have a few of them in your truck. Have you some gallons of water that's had a third of it poured out, because if it freezes, you want room inside for it to expand. You don't want it to bust. You want to think about any of your foods that you have bought. If they have liquids in it, are they going to freeze and bust? Not only if you freeze and going down the road, if you have this stuff underneath your bunk, That's not really heated. That's more like a freezer than anything if you're in the cold weather. Check it out, you'll see what I'm talking about. Also, if you're running out of a yard that's up north and you go home, you can't idle your truck all weekend, so your truck's going to be turned off for the weekend. All that stuff subject to freezing and busting. You don't want to come back to a mess. So just think a little bit about what you're buying. And is it going to freeze and bust on you and make you a mess? You might consider getting some of the granola bars or sport bars, whatever you want to call them, all the nut and cereal bars, you know, Nutri-Grain stuff, whatever. Get stuff like that. You ain't got to worry about it freezing. You can throw several of them in your pocket if the situation demands it. You know, stuff like that. So I'm just encouraging you to think real hard and heavy. Have a few extra blankets. One of the reasons we got that Eagle for me back there, that's pretty dadgum heavy. And it's made from llama. So we figure with my comforter and that thing on top, regardless situation, I ought to be warm. So there's a little bit more on winter prepping for your truck. Just stop and think about it. You're going to figure out most of this makes sense anyway. So it just gives you a way to direct your thoughts and your thinking on what you really need to do. Hey, I got to get to work, man. Remember, God loves you and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared. That's the main thing. Be prepared. Have you some matches. You know, grab some newspaper in case you're stuck somewhere and you have to start a fire. You know, just think of anything that you can, folks. Think of the worst case scenario. What was it Grandma always told us growing up? Prepare for the worst and pray for the best. God loves you. You have a good day. Bye.